I was at the hardware store the other day and I was shopping for a good little LED flashlight, and I came across this one. It's nice and bright and uses one AAA battery. It said on the package it had 1 hour of battery life, so I decided to do my own battery test. And as you can see from the time lapse, it gave me 4 hours of battery life. So right away it got me thinking about how I can make a flashlight that would last for days and days. So let me show you how to make this very practical, utilitarian flashlight that has incredible battery life. Super easy to turn off and on, especially for kids, plus it would be great for camping. So first you're going to need an LED flashlight that uses one AAA battery. The diameter of the flashlight head should be about 3/4 of an inch. One electrical box, and these boxes are all smooth and rounded on all the edges. One electrical switch, and get the cheapest one you can find. And the profile needs to be 7/8 of an inch or less. 2 C-cell batteries, 2 C-cell battery holders, and before I forget, I'll have links to everything that you're going to need in the description below. You'll also need 4 inches of skinny gauge wire, 1 metal switch cover, and 1 small piece of 1/4 inch ply, 2 by 1 1/4 inches, and 1 small sheet metal screw. First, take your piece of wire and solder it to the terminal on the inside of the flashlight head. Just take the flashlight head apart so it's easier to do. Drill a small hole for the screw. You can go ahead and remove this screw, it's not needed. Remove this hole cover at this end of the box. On your piece of plywood, draw lines from corner to corner and drill a 3/4 inch hole in the center. I like to use these stepper drills. They cut sheet metal, plastic, and thin wood really well. They come in a kit of 3. I'll have them linked in the description below if you're interested. Use a Sharpie and darken this area that might be showing through at the front. Push the flashlight head in and have it sticking out 3/4 of an inch. And make sure that this screw is at a 45-degree angle and that you can get it with the screwdriver. Mix up some 5-minute epoxy from the dollar store. Then once that's hardened, mix up some more epoxy, apply it to the edges, and fit it in the box. And before it cures, make sure it's positioned at the lower part of the hole. Now we'll put the battery holders in the box with the spring end at this end. It's best to tape these holes in the bottom so the epoxy doesn't ooze out. Take your 2 black wires, twist them together, put them under the screw, and tighten the screw down. Tuck the black wires between the battery holders. Take the 2 red wires from the battery holders and twist them together. Take your switch and have a look at it. This little dot here means that the switch is turned on. When you install the switch on the box, the switch should be pointing towards the flashlight head at the front. But before we put it on, we want to remove this screw and cut half of the threads off of it. If you look on the side of the switch, you'll see these 2 little nubs that stick down. We want to grind those off. That'll give us a little bit more space to put the switch in on top of the batteries. If you find that you still don't have enough space, you can always grind more plastic off the front and the back of the switch. Now connect the final 2 red wires to the switch. Pop your batteries in. Attach the switch. And install the cover. If you find that you've got any sharp edges when you're finished, just use some sandpaper or emery cloth to sand the edges down. Now let's find out how long 2 C batteries will last. Wow, that's way better than I expected. It'll stay on for 3 straight days. And the cool thing about it is if you just have one battery, it'll still work. And another cool thing I discovered is if you only have AA, they'll also fit. And it too will work with just one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and hit the dinger to get notifications, and we'll see you next time.